He survived coming face to face with a 7-Eleven killer, was even shot in the head. Tonight, he's telling his harrowing tale, his impassioned plea for the killer still on the loose. 7-Eleven is also offering a $100,000 reward for information that leads to the arrest of that killer, seen here wearing a distinct black sweatshirt. He is wanted for allegedly shooting 5 people during the rampage. Eyewitness News reporter Christian Cordero spoke to one of those victims as soon as he got home from the hospital. Christian.
And hopefully, Mark, that $100,000 reward adds some closure and really does it as far as solving this case goes. This was the last stop in the suspect's string of robberies, according to police. They say that he shot 2 people here at the La Habra 7-Eleven just before 5 a.m. on Monday, and one of those victims told us he remembers just about everything. This is where Russ Browning's day usually starts. The father and husband, known for his charm, has made La Habra 7-Elevens part of his routine.
I get my little pack of donuts and my milk and drink it going to work.
On Monday, he saw what he never has before. 2 men, one of them a clerk, arguing outside. Russ in his car sandwiched between when the man later identified as the suspect in 6 total robberies that day pulled out a gun and shot through the window. The bullet traveled into and out of Russ's mouth. After that, he was hit by shock, then grace.
That's the first thing I said when I realized I was not dead. I said, "Thank you, Lord." And then I called George, and then I gave the phone to the deputy.
He told his wife Georgianne what happened. La Habra police confirmed.
Your husband's been shot in the face, and that hit me harder. I just said, in the face? What do you mean he's been shot in the face?
Russ is recovering and still needs more cosmetic and dental work done, but today he got to go home. How are you feeling, Russ?
You know, it's not as bad as I thought. I still got my good looks.
And apparently his sense of humor. Russ's spirits, perhaps guided by adrenaline, are also rooted in reality.
There were people that were not alive after his tirade, and I'm a lucky one.
2 people were not as lucky, and 7-Eleven is offering a $100,000 reward for anyone who shares information that leads to the arrest and conviction of the person responsible. Police say this is that suspect seen wearing a black hoodie with white writing and green leaves that day. In 5 hours, they believe he robbed 6 7-Elevens, killing 1 man in the parking lot of one in Santa Ana, then 45 minutes later killing a clerk at one in La Brea. Half an hour after that, he went to La Habra.
The thing that's gutting me is why? Why would you do that?
A question that right now only one person can answer.
I'm angry, but in my heart, I want to have mercy and forgive him, and I want him to get help, and I don't want him to hurt anybody else.
2 other people were shot and survived. One happened at a Riverside location at a 7-Eleven there. A father of 3 who we understand has a long road of recovery ahead, but we've learned tonight that he is at least breathing on his own. The other is a 60-year-old man who works here at this La Habra 7-Eleven. His name is Manny Cruz. His family tells us that he is expected to fully recover. He has been an overnight worker here, a clerk at the 7-Eleven, this exact location, for 25 years.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great ABC7 content by clicking the subscribe button for our YouTube channel and download the ABC7 Los Angeles streaming app on Fire TV, Android TV, Apple TV, and Roku to watch on your TV.